Today I'm gonna show you how to make the best Tex-Mex enchilada meal on a $20 budget. It's a shame $20 don't get you very much nowadays. As somebody in his early 20s, any chance I get to make a meal that tastes great under $20 and that'll last me a couple days, best believe I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you how to make the best enchiladas, my favorite Mexican rice, cheater style refried beans that only take 5 minutes to make, so let's get cooking. Our enchiladas begin with making our chili gravy. Got a nice hot pan heated up. Of course, you're gonna throw some avocado oil in there, and then go in there with some ground beef. And like always, guys, the recipe will be down below. You wanna go in there, you just wanna break that up. Let that cook down, sear, get some nice color on it. We're gonna break this up into a bunch of small pieces. We're gonna switch tools. We're gonna use this little handy dandy thing. Whoever made this is a genius, for real. This makes my life so much easier. I don't know why I started with a wooden spoon. So we're just gonna get some nice color on this. Once it gets some color, we'll come back, season it up, and we'll get the party going. Once that meat has darkened up, we're gonna go in there with some onions. And I let this cook and get some nice crispy texture on the bottom. So add your onions, and we're gonna let this cook as well for a couple minutes. Oh my goodness, and like always, guys, the recipe will be down in the description below. So do not worry about writing anything down. Sit back, relax, and enjoy DERAYTHECOOK. Make his favorite thing ever. Now that these onions are softened, we're gonna go ahead and season it up. We're gonna start off with a little bit of onion powder. Can't never get enough of that. Garlic powder, of course. 2 OGs. This is like salt and pepper going back and forth with each other. Cumin. I love cumin. And then what I really love to add is Mexican chili powder. If you like it spicy, add more. If you don't like spice, add less. Then we need the twins, the 2 OGs, a good pinch of salt, and we're gonna add some pepper. And it's really a shame how expensive this world has become. I would love to go back like 20, 30 years, even though it's probably a very racist time for us black people. But I would love just to go there and just see how cheap that world is. $2 for gas. I can't even imagine how cheap groceries were. I would kill for that, because it makes no sense. I literally spent $115 at Walmart. It's maybe for like 10 things, and I was baffled. I was pissed off. I'm like, yo, it makes no sense why everything is so damn expensive. Once you got the seasoning all incorporated, we're gonna go in there and add some flour. Turn your heat down. It's about medium low. And we're gonna just let this cook, make a good, we're just gonna soak up all that grease. Oh my Lord, this is gonna be amazing. So let that flour cook out for about 1 minute, 2 minutes at most, just so it doesn't taste like flour. It's like almost making a roux in a sense. This looks amazing, smells great. I wish YouTube had like smell-o-vision. And y'all could really smell this, because y'all's mouth would be watering. Next, you wanna go in there and we're gonna add some beef broth and just mix it in. And that flour is gonna help this get real nice and thick and become luscious. Oh my goodness. Good. Mix this all in, and you wanna bring this to a boil now. So we're gonna bring it to a boil, and we're just gonna let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes till it gets nice and thick. The longer, the better. If you want those flavors to marinate and come together, make something truly amazing, be patient. We're gonna go ahead and knock everything else out while this is cooking though. But I'll show y'all when it gets to a boil, and then I'll show y'all the next steps, and then we're gonna be going. Okay, we can see it's at a boil now. We can go ahead and turn our heat down, and we can just mix it. You can see how thick it has gotten. And if it gets too thick, guys, you can always add a little bit more beef broth to loosen it up. We're gonna go ahead and set this to the side while we get started on our rice and beans. We'll let these flavors marinate together, and the next time I'll see y'all, we'll be started on the rice. Our rice begins with a hot pot and a cup of some white rice. And we're just gonna toast this up, get some nice color on it. This is the very, very, very secret. It's not a secret, but if you're not toasting your rice before you make Mexican rice, then are you really making Mexican rice? We're gonna toast this up 5-6 minutes, let it get some color on it. As we can see right now, it's white, not much color on it. I'll show you what it looks like when it gets a little bit of color on it. So just be patient, keep an eye on it, just keep it turning, don't let it burn. So we can see our rice has become a nice golden brown color. We'll turn the heat down to low, and then we'll go ahead and bring in some chicken broth. You can use water, but why would you want to skimp out on all the good flavor that's gonna come from this? So slowly pour that in. Add all that into it. Good. We can dump all that into it now. And now let's season it up. The first thing we're gonna add is just a little bit of tomato sauce. This is completely up to you. I use about 3/4 of the can. And then we're gonna go in there with some tomato bouillon, but be careful with tomato bouillon because there is a lot of sodium in it. So don't go crazy on the salt at the end. about a couple teaspoons of that. And then we're gonna go in there with some garlic. Any garlic is in every recipe. You must have garlic. That's a big clove right there. Now you just wanna give that a good mix, and you can turn that heat back on or turn it up. My teeth came off. Now you wanna bring this to a good boil. Bring it to a boil, and then we'll put a lid on it. We can set this to the side and get started on our refried beans. That's literally gonna take 5 minutes. Now that it's at a boil, we're gonna drop a jalapeno in it that I cut a little slit in. This hurts to see as a man, but throw that in there. Now you just wanna turn that heat down to medium low and just let it simmer for about 20 minutes till it's fluffy. At the end, just let it sit there for a couple minutes. Don't touch it, just let it do its thing. And then now we can get started on our refried beans. Our refried beans begin with some pinto beans that have been drained. And you can use black beans if you want, and a hot pan. So I like to just mix them up. And the reason we have the juice is because when we mash these up, this is what's gonna make it the refried beans. So it's not too thick. If you like them super thick, by all means do it that way, but I don't like my beans super thick. So we're just gonna let those heat up, start to soften up, already mashing up. And then as you start mashing them, just go ahead and go in with a little bit of water. Are you a black beans or pinto beans type of person? I like black beans, but I think pinto beans just taste a lot better. I think they're damn near the same, just different color. I don't know what the difference is in them. I grew up eating pinto beans. Every Mexican spot I go to, they got the pinto beans, best believe. Keep the black ones away from me. Okay, and then you just wanna keep on mashing that up. And as we can see, we're damn near there already. So go in there with a little bit more liquid if you want it. Our gravy's coming along very nice. Our rice is cooking over there. All looking well. Just keep an eye on that. Don't let anything burn under your watch. And just keep on mashing. And at this point, I'm also gonna go ahead and season them up. They're beans that can take quite a bit of salt, believe it or not. Then of course, a little garlic powder. That won't hurt you. Top it off with a little bit of black pepper. Now we have some amazing refried beans that took less than 5 minutes to make. One ingredient, if you don't count the seasonings, you can even throw some tomatoes, jalapenos, or onions in and saute those before putting the beans in, and it'll be even better. But now we'll go ahead and fry our tortillas up, and then we'll get ready to build. To fry our tortillas up, take a pan, fill it with some oil, take your white, yellow corn tortilla, whatever you wanna use, fry that up a couple seconds aside. If you use flour tortillas, then you are crazy. Because corn is superior by a lot. After a couple seconds, flip it over, do the same thing, and then have a plate lined next to you with some paper towels to put these tortillas on just to keep warm. And the next time you see me, we'll be ready to build. Our gravy, looking great, amazing. My little trick, add just a little bit of lemon juice into that. Some nice acidity. It's going to go a long way. Just make all the flavors come together, pop a lot more. And at this point, taste for seasonings, because at this point, there's no going back after we begin building. Take a pan, and to this pan, we're just gonna fill the bottom layer with just a little bit of gravy, just so nothing sticks, you know, for good measures. Just spread that out, get a good bottom layer. We can take our tortilla now, that's been heated up. We're gonna fill it with a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese and my favorite cheese, pepper jack. I feel like these are going to be amazing. And you can use whatever cheese you want. If you don't want to use pepper jack, don't use pepper jack. If you want to use just pepper jack, just use pepper jack. And you just want to roll it up, just like so, and place it in the pan. As y'all can see, I like my enchiladas cheesy. And you can add some onions to this mixture. Whatever you want to stuff the enchiladas with, by all means, please do that. Growing up, my mom was a teacher, and she would always have these coupons to Rose's Cafe. And being a family with 3 boys, we ate a lot of food. So these coupons would give us free cheese enchiladas or whatever enchiladas of choice that we wanted. So I loved going there because I love Tex-Mex. I love enchiladas. It's goated, right? But when my friends would come over, also being boys, we ate a lot and we would always go there. And my friends would always give me shit because we were using free coupons. They would make fun of me. And I was so self-conscious. But now as an adult, I really don't give a because I would kill for those coupons any day of the week now. They have no Roses out here, so I'm stuck. Even if my mom was a teacher still, I don't even know if they make those anymore because I'm pretty sure we abused those. Like we would go there and get 2 to 3 enchilada meals and not care. So just continue to stuff all these up, roll them up with however much cheese or whatever filling you want, And then I'll see y'all when it's time to bake it, and we'll do the finishing touches. Okay, and then now once you have all your burritos rolled up, you just take that gravy and just dump it all across the rest of it. Let them soak up. This is really heavy. Goodness gracious, cast iron. Can y'all make a lightweight cast iron, please? Good. And then you just spread that all the way across. With the remainder of the cheeses, however much cheese you have left, we'll go ahead and just sprinkle that all the way across it. Ooh-wee. I stuffed it with cheese, so there's not much cheese left. Going over the same with a little bit of pepper jack. And then last but very not least, we're gonna go over the top with just a little bit more onions. Y'all know me, I love my onions, so any chance I get to throw some onions on top, I'm doing it. Look at it, looking amazing, beautiful. We're gonna throw this in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes until the cheese is bubbly, melted. Pull it out, we'll plate up, and we're ready to eat. Our enchiladas are out the oven, looking absolutely magnificent. Let's go grab a bite now. Oh my goodness, I know this is gonna be amazing. That's hot. I don't know why I'm trying to touch a hot pan. Oh my Lord, look at that. Amazing. Then of course we gotta go back in there with our beans. And you just keep these in a nice warm spot. Keep a little bit of that liquid too. So if it does start to get thick, you can use a bit of that liquid to dry it out, or not dry it out, but loosen it back up. Oh, that's looking great. Now look at our rice, looking just absolutely amazing, fluffy. Ooh-wee. And now you just go in there and you top it off with just a little bit of rice. Now, if this doesn't make you happy, then I don't know what will. And then we'll go in there, top it off with just a little bit of cotija cheese. Goated. Can't never have too much of that. We'll do a little nice little pinch of onions. Can never have too many onions. Then, like always, every dish needs a little bit of green. Just like so, a wonderful masterpiece. An enchilada meal under $20. Let's scooch our back, let's take a bite, and we're done. Let's dig in, my mouth is watering. Let's get a bite of a little bit of everything. Some beans, rice. Oh my goodness, I love Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex has gotta be my favorite thing. I know it's not traditional Mexican food, but Tex-Mex is right up there with traditional Mexican food. Cheers to y'all. Goodness gracious, big bites. Tex-Mex gotta be some of the best food out there. I know I'm from Texas, so I may be biased, but the enchiladas, the rice, the beans, all great. And would you believe it, for less than $20? Look, this is what it came out to. It don't get no better than that. Guys, like always, I appreciate all the love and support. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below what you want to see next, what I can do different, what I should make on my next cheat meal. Y'all show love, hit that like button. Remember, eat great food. Come back next week. I got a banger for y'all. Peace.